Another little trick to, improvising boogie woogie, or, starting off creating your own boogie woogies, is to take a couple of bars from a well-known classic boogie solo like Shout for Joy or Boogie Woogie Stomp, and just take 4 bars that you can hear Albert Ammons or Mead Lux Lewis or Pete Johnson or Jules Holland, Dr. John, whoever you're listening to, and take out 2 bars and just isolate that riff. And I remember when I first had my piano lessons back in the 1980s with Hammy Howell, who was my only boogie woogie teacher, the legendary Hammy Howell, who died back in 1999, but he was my kind of boogie woogie teacher, and he was quite a famous piano player with a band called Darts. And I asked him, I said, how do I play right hand boogie woogie? Can you show me a riff? And he showed me this riff, and it was only later on I realised I think it comes from Shout for Joy by Albert Ammons. I think it's Shout for Joy or Boogie Woogie Stomp. I think it's probably Boogie Woogie Stomp. So come over here, person, to the right hand, and it's, I think they're parallel 5th, or is it a 6? It's 6, parallel 6. And see if you can do this riff. That's the riff. So, and then when you've got the left hand, it sounds like, so it's, slow down, it's, quite repetitive. That's the riff, and then I kind of just finish it off with my own kind of improvisation. But the essential thing is this. Just do it very slowly. F sharp and a G. Da, 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 da. And then. And then, see how I get the A? That's a nice sort of jazzy interval there. The A and the D sharp. So it's, then I go down, and then, I mean, there's different ways of finishing off it there at the end, that's just an improvisation, but I don't really want you to focus on that. I just want you to do this one, because once you can get that, you can kind of do the other things onto it. the point of these lessons, the last few lessons, has been taking and isolating a single riff and kind of improvising a whole boogie woogie around that riff. The last lesson, it was a kind of Dr. John. Here it was this kind of Albert Ammons riff. You know, and we put a whole boogie around it. So that's the principle that I want you to get. You don't actually have to use that riff, but it's more the principle that you can take a riff and isolate it and just put the chop in the left hand and you can create a whole boogie woogie around it. As always, make sure you press that like button, make sure you subscribe, particularly if you're coming back again and again and again. If you're an invisible learner, in other words, you're always coming back, you never leave a comment, make sure you leave a comment so I know that you're actually there. And of course, make sure you've downloaded the sheet music transcriptions coming up to Christmas. It's a good time to get them, and I will talk to you very, very
soon.
Well said, camera person.
Thank you.